Well, this morning in today's checklist, we are learning about the advances being made during Colon Cancer Awareness Month. Colorectal cancer, the fourth most commonly diagnosed cancer in the United States. It's also the second leading cause of death. So here to share some new progress in detection and treatment, Dr. Cedric McFadden. He's a board-certified colorectal surgeon. Dr. McFadden, welcome back, sir.
Thank you.
We'll explain why I'm wearing this shirt in just a moment. But first, it's been about a month now, if my math is right, since we lost James Van Der Beek to colorectal cancer. There have been some advances made when it comes to detection, when it comes to screening. Let's start there. Let's start with some of the progress that's being made.
Yeah, so the advances when we talk about screening, it's actually remarkable because now we're focusing on getting people access earlier, making it easier and making it more accessible for them to be screened for colorectal cancer. You know, the big shift has been lowering the age to 45. I mean, it's not uncommon for us to have patients in our office that are in their 20s. In their 20s with colorectal cancer, and that's why this shift has happened. And regardless, when we talk about screening, we come down to the colonoscopy. That is the mainstay.
Still the gold standard?
It's still the gold standard because it's a great test. We can find things, we can diagnose, and we can plan for next steps based on the colonoscopy. But there are other advances as well. These at-home stool tests that can look for small amounts of blood, or either DNA in the stool can be accessible. In 2024, the FDA approved a new blood test that can find small amounts of signals that could suggest colorectal cancer. And again, regardless of these tests, if they're positive, we still come back to a colonoscopy. But the options here with the advances, there are more options for people. Yes.
Let's talk about some of the biggest game changers in care for colorectal cancer.
Well, you know, what we've changed from is sort of this one-size-fits-all approach. And if you had rectal cancer 15 to 20 years ago, you could have been getting chemotherapy, radiation, and then surgery. Now there's some patients that have chemotherapy and radiation that when we look afterwards, we can't find cancer on our exam, on scans, or even biopsies. And so some patients now get put into a watch and wait approach where they don't have to have surgery. They don't have to have the side effects, and some surgeries require ostomies. These patients may not need that, and that's a big game changer. Even when we talk about chemotherapy and more personalized care, the traditional chemotherapy killed any type of rapidly dividing cells. So obviously the cancer cells, but also affected things like your hair or your GI tract. Now chemotherapy is more targeted to cancer cells primarily so that patients have less side effects, have better quality of life. So it's really about making it more personalized and targeted.
Much more individualized.
Absolutely.
So Doc, how important is follow-up after you've gotten tested and seen these results?
Well, it's huge, right? This really fascinates me here because now we have blood tests that can detect microscopic levels of tumor DNA, and that can really help us find recurrences sooner, sometimes sooner before you even see it on a scan. So recurrences, this is positive for two reasons. Number one, we're staying ahead of the game. Earlier is always better with cancer. And also think about the assurance of if you've just gone through cancer, knowing that this is one more evidence that you may be okay. Right? And that's a game changer for people, just for that peace of mind. But it's a part of the decision tree to help us determine what happens next. But follow-up is still very important. This blood test is helpful.
When we talk about this, what about the symptoms as far as colorectal?
Yeah, so if there's one thing that you remember from all of this, it's that the best time to find colon cancer is before you know you have colon cancer. And so if we find, because of symptoms, blood in the stool, even if it's just one time, that's significant. If you have changes in bowel habits or either having belly pain that you can't explain, weight loss, or even just feeling fatigued and tired, these are signs, regardless of your age, even if you're 25 and you're having this, you need to talk with your doctor about being tested.
All right, great tips as always.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. So you may have noticed I'm wearing this shirt, this new shirt. I designed this shirt along with a pair of socks as well. I'm wearing some Today's Show colon cancer socks in honor of my brother Lawrence, who, as many of you know, I lost him to colorectal cancer back in 2021. Served on the Colorectal Cancer Alliance's board since 2021 on a mission about the importance of prevention, screening, not only for Lawrence, but also to spark a conversation within families as well. James Van Der Beek spent some time Tom talking about that in my last conversation with him as well. This idea that we need to spread more awareness about screening. So I'm grateful to say that in recognition of National Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month, NBC Universal will be making a donation in support of the Colorectal Cancer Alliance. And a big shout out to my friend Elizabeth, who helped me design the shirt and the socks.
Nice.
And you can actually buy them.
I was going to say, how do you get them?
People can buy them on the website, today.com, or if you're in New York, you can stop over at the shop as well and get a pair.
Nice
So,
stuff.
Thank you.
Nice stuff.
We'll get you in bed, but you're rocking the socks too.
Very comfortable socks
Love
here,
it.
Craig. One of the best. Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC or take Today when you're on the go. Just follow the Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.